Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, a strong case for hybrids. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid is a car that arrived at just the right time. Back in 2014 it accounted for 10,000 UK sales, whereas in the previous year just 1,000 PHEVs were sold nationwide in total. It was a bit of a hit. Thanks to sharp tax incentives and the promise of strong fuel economy from this petrol-electric SUV, it's continued to do well ever since. But this generation of Outlander is not long for this world. We're expecting a replacement to arrive not long after the next ASX, and it'll take the Shogun's spot as the flagship car in Mitsu's range. Expect added posh. But back to the updated Outlander. This is no facelift. The face is barely any different, in fact. It's more a case of technological tweaks aimed at catering for WLTP, and of course keeping things current. Still, we headed out to Provence, France, for a spin to see how the changes stack up. It's not that far removed from the 2018 car, which was also present for us to compare, but in a couple of important aspects improvements have been made. The first is in cabin refinement, because the new car is quieter, rides better and feels more solid than ever. There's been extra adhesive applied to the body in white, before painting, to strengthen the shell in a similar vein to that of aircraft manufacturers, and this has the effect of enhancing torsional rigidity, so the car flexes less through bumps and bends. We had to drive old and new cars back to back to really tell the difference, but there's certainly some there. It helps that the suspension has also been recalibrated, and the tires changed from Toyota Yokohama, with overall ride quality and road noise intrusion levels markedly improved. Don't let this fool you into thinking the game has been changed, though, this is very much an incremental improvement. There's a new sport mode that offers a bit more punch, but to be honest this felt incongruous in light of the epic body roll that occurs when you hit a bend too quickly. An additional snow mode prepares the capable chassis for slippery conditions. You still get the paddles behind the steering wheel to adjust the brake region's effect, making one pedal driving a possibility, and they're still backwards, the left one turns up the deceleration, whereas the opposite seems more intuitive. However, the argument this caused in the office shows that may be a tester-specific foible. Isn't a new engine the biggest news here? It would be, had it not been for the salient fact that this isn't a new engine, per se. Instead it's an adaptation of the old 2.0-litre petrol, with the latest MIVEC. Remember that badge from FTOs and VOS of yore? Variable valve timing added. The engine can switch between Otto and Atkinson cycles, meaning it can make more power and torque when required, 133 bhp and 156 pounds-foot up from 119 bhp and 140 pounds-foot in the 2.0, thanks to the extra cc's using the former cycle, but burn less fuel under lighter loads with the latter. Which sounds great. Except it doesn't. Put your foot down and you're greeted with a monotone moan very similar to that of the old car, in that uniquely disappointing CVT fashion. Lots of noise and not much acceleration. Funnily enough this isn't a CVT, though. It's a fixed gearbox that drives power to the wheels, with a hydraulic clutch to modulate the electric twist provided by the twin motors. It's built by GKN, the firm responsible for the Focus RS's lively rear axle assembly, among many other OEM applications. The transmission catches up eventually and meaningful movement occurs, but it's still no thoroughbred. Their 0 to 62 miles per hour time has dropped 0.5 seconds to 10.5. This engine revision plus work on the battery, which gets 10% more power output and total capacity of 13.8 kWh thanks to new cells and better management, has allowed Mitsubishi to recalculate maximum electric range, fuel economy and CO2 emissions for new age, more realistic WLTP testing, and the results are more impressive for that reason. We're talking 30 miles on electric power, 141 miles per gallon and 46 grams/km. You're also able to drive faster on electric power, now 84 rather than 78 miles per hour. The trade-off is it takes an extra 30 minutes to charge the car using a standard plug. This now takes 4 hours.